whether there's a U.S. direct military attack or not, there's eventually going to have to be a deal. And the president's making noises as we talk about not doing the attack and trying to get a deal. And Witkoff may continue talks with the Iranians. I don't conceive of a deal that Bibi would sign off on. I just don't see it, particularly because they've come this far. So
the only deal that Netanyahu would agree to is the Libya model, which is that the whole nuclear program is just taken out of Iran. And Khamenei will never agree to it.
But the Libya model also had the elimination of the head of the government.
Right. But I'm just saying I'm just saying that there's no way after what Israel has accomplished, Israel's going to agree to Iran. Look, I'm worried about if there's some kind of last dash. I don't think it's going to happen, by the way. But if there's some last dash effort at a deal, it's something like the 2013 Syrian deal that Obama negotiated, which would be a catastrophe for Israel. I don't think Israel is going to agree to it. And by the way, I don't think the Iranians are either, for two reasons. One, I think Khamenei. One thing we know about Khamenei for his 27 or 28 years that he's been in power, he has been very, very reticent to make any concessions. And the 2015 JCPOA, which he agreed to, he viewed as a massive concession by Iran, which is preposterous because it was a great deal for Iran. So I don't.
Right, but he is in a weaker position.
And by the way, Mark, I got to say one other thing. Yeah. There is this effort to see if there can be, to the extent there's an effort to see that there could be a deal. How does that actually work operationally? Like, just play this out here, right? So, like, the Iranian foreign minister is going to, right now, in the middle of all this, go meet with Witkoff. The president, I've heard this from a number of officials who have been dealing with the president directly on this issue. Trump is just fed up with the Iranians. He says they either have an inability to make a decision or an unwillingness to make a decision, or the people who are negotiating aren't empowered to make a decision. That was before the Israeli attack. So now with the Israeli attack, where there's total disruption in the Iranian system, the idea that Iran now is suddenly going to be able to negotiate, at least they're not going to be able to negotiate quickly. Can I imagine a world in which Trump is open to a deal at the last minute? Maybe, but he's not going to be open to the start of talks. There's going to be
that's why he put on Truth Social total surrender. He doesn't want negotiations. I believe that what Trump would consider total surrender, that the furthest the Iranians could go, even imagining that, contrary, as you cited, to the recent history where they didn't seem particularly open to genuine concessions, it wouldn't go far enough for Bibi. There's literally no Venn diagram overlap